It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And coming up, it's the 49ers rocket arm quarterback. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws. It's the 49ers and the Lions on Monday night.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Tonight, we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 54 yards.
You know he's proud of his standing as the league's #3 rusher, and those linemen in front of him, they're just as proud, but they all have the same goal in mind. Get him to #1 in the league and celebrate a rushing title at the end of the year. That starts with a good game here.
Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. They went with a nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. It didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Here's a carry for Oliver. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the 49ers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched him on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey to about the 48-yard line. The numbers for McCaffrey last week, 20 carries, 111 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Townsend. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. To throw on third down. Townsend. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. And the defense coming through on third down. A loss of 7 to bring up fourth. So at that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And as we check the next-gen stats, that play lasted just 2.7 seconds from beginning to end. Just not enough time to throw the football. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked, but fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
Well, that tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football? Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut them down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Now he gets a fresh start, a clean slate.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw in the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Jennings flushed out right. That pass caught. It's Williams. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Looking to throw. Jennings. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. Got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Throwing on 1st down. Jennings steps away to his left. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. On 2nd down, Swift. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Off the play fake. Jennings. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 46. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. Both teams kind of feeling each other out here. Now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
And these are the kind of plays that defenders dream about. A chance to get a big running start and go after the quarterback. He was not at all put off by the option. I think he committed to the quarterback right from the outset, and he was able to get in there and put the hit on him.
Looking to throw on second down. Townsend. Looking sideline, incomplete. So a failure to connect on second down. That leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. What a nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, and it's 4th down. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Off play action. Jennings. Throw left side complete. That's Campbell. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. The Lions at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. From the gun on 3rd down. Jennings. That is caught. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Back to the running game with Swift. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Jennings. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Throwing to start the drive. Townsend. His throw incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw. Townsend. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They can use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Oh, nice move. Going to be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. But Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense.
There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups. Right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time, and that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
To throw on 3rd down, Jennings, and incomplete on the deep ball.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
First thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10.
DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates.
First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
Well, I'm sure he said challenge accepted.
It was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jennings.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. From the gun on 3rd down, Jennings. There he goes, left side. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Throwing to start the drive. Townsend.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down. Townsend.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Townsend.
He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Touchdown!
Christian McCaffrey.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Niners have moved out in front.
Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it's finished off by a receiving touchdown from Christian McCaffrey.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive.
And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively.
And oftentimes you might want to swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. Back to throw. Jennings. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jennings. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. 3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the markers. He'll stop it well short of the yellow line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch is taken here, a step or 2 inside the 45-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jennings. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 52-yard attempt.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And that will keep this a 4-point game. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Townsend. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jennings. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This from 54 yards away. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where it was the Ravens who get the win at home. Lamar Jackson, excellent in the victory as his guys move to 3-1 after 4 games. From there, we move to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, to see what's going on with the Chiefs. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Chicago Bears. Patrick Mahomes, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. Joe Burrow, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Niners. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Lions, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. From the gun on third down, Townsend. And that is incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter down as he's on here to punt it away. Take it at the 37. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
And look at this. For the second straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. On third down, Jennings. Flush to his right, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32.
Holding, offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Off the play fake, Townsend. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try to chip away this timing.
Well, he had success earlier in the drive, keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Townsend. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They'll get 11, but it will still lead to a 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense set to take over. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Jennings. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jennings. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and that will keep this a 4-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now in this contest, and they're coming off that victory a week ago against the Minnesota Vikings. Set to go 1st and 10. Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Here comes the 49ers punter now.
as he's on to kick it away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. They'll run the draw here with Swift. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here comes the Lions punter now.